This episode of Pod Session is brought to you by topnaturalhealth.com, your go-to source for nature-based supplements, skincare, and anti-aging products. Visit their site for special promo code pricing on all of the products mentioned in this episode. Now here's your hosts.
All right, so buckle up, because this deep dive, well, it's a wild ride. We're talking about the Jack Doherty car crash, and you knew there was a but coming.
Yeah.
This is way bigger than just some wrecked metal.
It's like everyone's talking about it, right? But the thing is, this goes so far beyond a typical influencer mess.
Exactly. It's a wrecked supercar, sure, but then you've got lawsuits flying around, accusations that are just, well, you'll hear them soon enough.
Yeah, no, you're spot on. This whole thing really throws a wrench into this whole influencer world, like, where's the line? What are the consequences? It gets kind of deep.
Okay, so rewind with me to how this all went down.
Right.
Jack Doherty, he's live on Kick, right? Over 185,000 people watching. He's driving this insane custom McLaren.
Which, by the way, we're talking at least $200,000 easy.
Oh, way more than that. At least double if you're being realistic.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he's driving this super expensive car, and then out of nowhere, bam! Hydroplanes, crashes the whole thing, just gone.
And you can't ignore the fact that so many people were watching this happen live. It's like the internet just magnifies everything, doesn't it? Suddenly you've got potential legal issues, negligence, maybe even public endangerment claims, all because it's playing out on this huge public stage.
And here's the kicker. It wasn't just Doherty in the car. His cameraman, Michael, he was there too. Got pretty messed up, actually. Needed stitches.
Yeah, and that's the thing that gets lost sometimes, We're not just talking about likes and views here. This is real life, and there are real consequences.
Absolutely. This wasn't some private mistake. It's broadcast to a massive audience, and let's be real, a lot of those viewers are young, probably impressionable. But it gets worse, because when you start looking at Doherty's past, this whole car crash starts to feel less like a one-time thing and more like a pattern.
And that's what makes this whole thing so fascinating, right? Because how much do those past actions influence how we see this crash?
Well, get this. Just a few months before this whole car wreck went down, Doherty gets hit with a lawsuit. And not just any lawsuit. We're talking $178 million.
Yeah.
No kidding. $178 million. Can you believe that? And it wasn't just some open and shut case either. This lawsuit came with some seriously heavy accusations.
It's crazy, right? Like, suddenly this whole car crash thing isn't the only thing we need to think about. There's a whole other layer of legal drama going on.
Totally. And the accusations in this lawsuit, they're intense. We're talking bullying. We're talking harassment. There are even people saying he used his own security team to intimidate people. And it gets even shadier because then there's this whole other layer of accusations about potential exploitation of minors, which just adds a whole other layer of what the heck to the situation.
Oh, absolutely. It's like we're digging deeper and deeper, and every time you think it can't get any wilder, bam, another layer. And, it's important to remember these are still accusations, right? Nothing's been proven in court. But you gotta admit, it definitely looks sus. It just feeds into this whole pattern of behavior that, whether we like it or not, it's going to affect how people see this crash.
Totally. It's like you can't just erase someone's past actions.
Hey guys, just a quick reminder that today's episode is brought to you by topnaturalhealth.com, home of the world's #1 top-rated nature-based supplements, skincare, and anti-aging products. Be sure to visit their site at topnaturalhealth.com for special promo code pricing for our listeners. Now, back to our show.
And speaking of past actions, remember that time Doherty got hit with all those accusations of copyright abuse on YouTube?
Right. Like it wasn't just one little thing, there was a whole bunch of it. Makes you wonder if this disregard for the rules, if that just bleeds into every part of his life, And it really begs the question, at what point does pushing the boundaries turn into straight up illegal behavior?
It's like everyone's trying to figure that out, right? It's like the $1 million question. And you know who else is trying to figure it out? Platforms like Kick, YouTube, Twitch, because after that crash went viral, Kick didn't even hesitate. Boom, banned.
And that's the thing, the speed of it all. It was like hours later and Doherty was gone. It's like they were sending a message, Like, we don't mess around on this platform. We don't care how big you are. You mess up, there are consequences. And that whole thing about it costing $300,000 to get unbanned.
Wild, right. That just shows you how seriously they're taking this.
Yeah, talk about an expensive mistake. But here's the thing. There are some people out there, and some pretty big names in the streaming world too, who think that Kick's ban, it's not enough. They want him gone. Period. From YouTube, from Twitch, from everything. Right. Like, completely wiped off the internet, it's a whole other can of worms, isn't it? I mean, where do you draw the line between censorship and consequences? Like, on the one hand, these platforms, they have to protect their users, right? And set some kind of standard for what flies and what doesn't. But then on the other hand, do they really have the right to just completely silence someone, even if that someone has a history of bad behavior?
It's a slippery slope for sure. And I mean, let's be real. Even if they did completely erase Doherty from the internet, would that actually solve anything? Or would it just push him and all his content even further underground where we can't see it? It's a whole thing. And it all goes back to this crazy new world we live in where online influence and real life consequences are colliding in a big way.
Exactly. And those real life consequences, well, they go way beyond what people are saying online or whether you're banned from a platform. Let's not forget, Doherty's facing some potentially serious legal trouble here. We're talking charges like distracted driving, reckless driving, causing injury.
And those charges, they're no joke. Like, is jail time even a possibility here? It's definitely not out of the question. I mean, reckless driving causing injury, that's a big deal, especially with Michael, the cameraman, getting hurt. This could get really real for Doherty really fast. And, you know, this whole thing, it really makes you think about influencers and the power they have. Like, when does entertaining people cross the line and become straight up dangerous?
Right. It's a tough one, for sure. And it's even trickier when you consider how many young people are watching this stuff, taking it all in. It's like we're all just trying to figure out this whole digital world as we go and this situation. It's a harsh reminder that what you do online can have some serious offline consequences.
Totally. And it's not just on the influencers either, right? The platforms, Kick, YouTube, Twitch, they've all got a part to play in this too. It's a tough spot for them, trying to find that balance between letting creativity run wild and, you know, actually keeping their users safe from real world harm.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Can you imagine being the one who has to make those rules for millions of people? It's got to be a nightmare trying to figure out where censorship ends and consequences begin. It's a debate that's not going away anytime soon.
Nope, not at all. And then throw live streaming into the mix, and it just adds a whole other level of crazy, doesn't it? It's raw, it's unpredictable. And as we've seen with Doherty, it can lead to some pretty serious outcomes.
Totally. I mean, think about it. For years, traditional media, they had the luxury of time, you know? They could edit, they could think about what they were putting out there. But with live streaming, it's all happening right now, in real time, for better or worse. And that means we're forced to confront these tough questions head on.
So what's the answer? What do we do? Is it stricter rules for platforms, more accountability from influencers, or is it something else entirely?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? This whole case has really shaken things up. It's like someone threw a grenade into the whole influencer landscape and the dust hasn't settled yet. But if there's one thing I hope people take away from all of this, it's to think critically. You can't just passively watch this stuff anymore. Ask questions, demand transparency, and make it clear that you're holding both the creators and the platforms accountable for what they put out there.
Couldn't agree more. And hey, little reminder from me, never be afraid to hit that unfollow button if someone's giving you bad vibes. Because just because something's legal doesn't always mean it's right. Be kind,